Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Prestige Encounters Session 41. I'm your Dungeon Master, Salcos, and this is the D&D campaign brought to you by Prestige Gaming Community. Before we get into the session tonight, I have just two announcements to get through. First and foremost, we are officially less than 24 hours away from Pride Month, everybody. Woo! Pride Month starts tomorrow. And because of that, we're doing a fundraiser for the Trevor Project. You can donate using the donate to charity at the bottom right hand corner of our feed. Look at that. We also are utilizing the music of Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group creating goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you can be using at your tables at home. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com or use the command !midnight in our chat for a direct link. You can find their music on Spotify, watch your music videos on YouTube, and even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now. In other news, next week we're actually taking a week off of our session, so we will not be playing Dungeons and Dragons the next Wednesday, but we will be returning on Wednesday the 14th. We might do a one-shot next week. We'll keep everybody posted, but for more information, join our Discord for those announcements and whatnot. But Prestige Encounters in itself will not be live. Am I missing anything? We have all of our other announcements during the mid-session break now, so we want to get right into the action.
Yeah, we want to get right into the action.
Right into the action, like right into it.
Yeah.
Can we insert ourselves into the action now?
Yeah, so grab your drinks, grab your snacks as we welcome you to our table as we begin session 41 of Prestige Encounters. And here to tell us last week from his own mouth is none other than Cormac McDwyer.
All right. Well, unfortunately, it seems we've lost another member of our party. So we left the lair. Kydro and Zio? I couldn't ever pronounce it.
Illusio, man.
Illusio, thank you. Sorry. I missed a syllable there.
You say
Kydro
all
and
those at a
Illusio. Kydro and Illusio stayed behind, but only Kydro emerged. So, I guess we're having to go at this thing alone now, which Astra helped out a little bit by speaking to a tree, apparently. But anyway, we continued on our way through the swamp to where we stumbled upon a weird sight. We managed to find what appeared to be a gingerbread house in the middle of all this, surrounded by a forest made of candy. And so we were hesitant at first, but the generous hospitality of our host got the better of us, and we ended up staying the night. So we may rest and live to fight another day. Unfortunately, though, we were in for a rude awakening the next morning when that bastard, the maestro, showed up. Don't know how he keeps finding us, but he'll meet his end one day. And so we were warned that the longer we stay there, that the more likely he was to mass forces, plan an ambush on us after we left. So we left in a hurry, and we continued on, which we ran into some interesting creatures, but we managed to sneak our way around and continue on our journey.
So where we last left off, you were making your way through this foggy swamp and bog area, and I believe at the end you were approached by two figures. Well, let's say you're not. So as you guys are making your way through this, you do come to an area where there's this stone archway. And there are two armed humanoid looking people that spot you.
Two armed humanoids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Frame
the
of
wave.
Four armed humanoids. Sorry, go on.
Casimir still looks like the maestro, by the way. Astra, you saw him do this, and it saved their lives at one point. So
Yeah, but you're getting a look. That's what you're getting.
that's what I expected.
They kind of have a pale blue tint to their skin, and their eyes are completely black with these ears that are pointed longer than an elf's would be. Their hair is tied back. One is all black, the other one is silver. And their armor itself is kind of this cloudy gray and silver.
Yeah. Could you describe what the weapons look like? What are they armed with?
Yeah. So the one with the black hair, a woman, she is wielding a staff that seems to be made of a dark walnut, with a tanzanite tip, that goes along with her robes underneath. The other one is silver. He has a glaive.
And you said that they're guarding like the pathway.
There's a stone archway that you guys are now approaching.
Good
Did
morning.
they wave back?
Oh dear.
What business do you have in the Mist Court?
I am an emissary of the Astral Court, and these are my friends. I would like to establish relations with the Mist Court.
The woman looks past your shoulder, and she looks at Casimir's direction. We have no interest of the coven.
Casimir drops the disguise self. Hi, sorry, devil maybe slightly better. Yeah, sorry. Game magic.
Pleasure to meet you. You've just caught Casimir here in the midst of duping agents of the Coven, it seems. We've been pursued by those very miscreants and, in fact, seek aid. We are travelers here in your midst, and we politely request your hospitality.
In your mist.
That's very good, Cormac. Keep doing those things.
From your group, you hear,
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm also an emissary from the Queen of Candy, the Sorceress Shakreem. So she sends me.
the two look at each other. I need somebody to make a persuasion check with advantage, please.
I will happily step in for this.
Sorry, I love that character.
I rolled a 27.
27. They look at each other.
How joyous.
Wow.
If you are to enter our court, you must follow our rules. Weapons and armor, and your personal items will be left with us.
Personal items, isn't that right, Julian? You won't begrudge me this baby, Bjorn, would you?
You can keep your young.
Thank you. Well, that goes without question. It's the harness that supports him. Carrying him in one arm, you see, it gets a bit tiring. Nonetheless, thank you very much. We are most kind. What was your names?
Amanthra. Morvac.
Amanthra, Morvac. Most delightful to meet you. I shall take good care of these names. If they're standing aside, we're walking in.
They have area for you to.
They're waiting for us to give us our stuff.
Yeah, so
okay.
they will produce 2 bag of holdings for you guys to put your items into.
Yeah. Then we'll put his axe in there.
Instead of putting Reynaldo directly in the bag, I try to hand it to him so they put it in there.
Amanthra will grab Ronaldo. What is this? This filth. And like almost like she'll like hold it with just 2 fingers and drop it into the bag. He said for me to put it in the hole.
Yeah, you might want to wash your hands with some strong alcohol. Just to be clear, we're not sure where that sword's been.
It said the most vile things to me.
You're supposed to rub it.
We're working on it.
Casimir's taking off his plate mail. It's taken a while.
Quasar's gonna take off his leather armor.
You know, I don't even know why I wear this stuff. I spend more time taking it off than I actually do fighting in it.
I might be a humble cotton candy raccoon, but you know, tradition dictates that we present our gifts to the lady of the court. Do we have to put those in the bag? You know?
We haven't decided what that is yet.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, better fucking decide soon, man. I can't stall for much longer.
I mean, I made a couple suggestions.
Do you like juggling?
Yes, of course.
Magic tricks.
We also carry with us certain wards against magical detection and scrying. Would you have us keep those? It may jeopardize the location of your secrets and so forth. There are, of course, agents attempting to spy on our whereabouts. May we keep those as well?
The city is warded.
Well, I mean, the only problem being when we take them off, are we already under the wards? Because if we're not, they're going to know where we are.
Currently in the wards of the city.
Okay. Yes, yeah, very well. I'll put it in the bag.
Just gotta figure this shit out quick.
Your wonderful raccoon friend is Wonkers is gonna go ahead and produce 3 jawbreakers and start juggling them for the guards. Let me go ahead and make a performance. That is a natural 20 for performance. It's the most amazing feat you have seen in a while. Wonker's able to stand on one hand and juggle with his feet. You know, you just see a number of tricks being happen.
Figure it out.
Yeah, it's a question. So they're paying attention to him. Casimir, I'm trying to figure out if there's a place he can slip his sword that's not in the bag of holding, but not on them. Hide in a bush or something.
Make an investigation check.
Yes, I will do that thing that you said. It's 8.
8. You're not really spotting anywhere that seems like a good opportunity.
I have a question of my own.
Yeah.
Am I able to use Mage Hand to put my scimitar or my double-bladed scimitar past them?
That can be an Arcana or a sleight of hand check.
Okay, what am I better at?
Yeah,
definitely sleight of hand. All right.
Esmir is actually going to just
And with
throw the
advantage
obsidian
because they're currently
sword.
being distracted.
Okay, that's a 19.
19. Yeah, you managed to sneak the sword past them.
And Casimir's just gonna throw the obsidian sword as hard as he can into the distance away from the city.
So you turn around and you yeet the sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If he can do that, if he can part from it.
Yeah.
Does that thing come?
Yeah.
Hide my gun in my.
Well, they know he's got a. He's in a committed relationship with his sword.
Sleight of hand, please.
Okay.
Anybody else trying to put in tricks?
18.
18. Was that with advantage?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to tuck in, like
Sweet.
not necessarily in your belt, but like there is a folded piece of cloth within your long coat that you have, where the like kind of overlaps. You're able to like tuck it in there quite easily. Which one do you hide?
My pepper box.
Okay.
Do we have to take off like our cloaks of protection?
No,
like,
I hide my entire musket.
So
just...
all of your armor, your
yeah.
magical items, your weapons, your personal items are being asked to be turned over.
Okay.
Well,
So your travel gear, all that.
Dayon can't take off one of his magical items.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
it's his magical
yeah.
covering.
So yeah, Casimir will slip all of his weapons, his armor, the wand of fireballs, the Archeron's long blade. The ring is invisible, so he leaves it on.
Okay. So
I'll turn in everything.
okay.
Guys, what are you gonna present as a gift?
I mean, what do
I have
I
the
would
jade
like
statue,
to.
but I don't know how much they like monetary things.
I have
we can't
this
get that
ruby.
statue.
This
I'm
ruby.
gonna toss it in the bag.
The Weirweld didn't care for material wealth.
But
We should give them Cormac.
Yeah.
No,
While this conversation is happening, Astra would like to kind of hide a little bit behind Dion and wild shape into a dog.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Because they already know that you're present. They already know that you're there.
Mhm. Yeah, but what
So I'll
if?
say that this is with disadvantage.
Dirty 20!
Disadvantage.
Whoa. What? You're kidding.
No.
Whoa. Hold on. No way. 10.
So as you try to like get behind Cormac, Amanthra goes, no funny business.
Okay.
Phineas will drumstick twirl his very handsome stark black wand. It looks like it's made of wrought iron, and just hand it over.
Take good care of that, would you? It goes right in there. I'll remember that one. Coming back for it. It was a present, you know.
All right. So I'll say that you guys are going to be walking to the city because you're still not figuring out what gift you're going to offer.
Yep, we're gonna walk right through. As far as gift, yeah, well,
While we're dumping our things, what are we going to give? What would you like to offer? It seems these Fey folks seem to appear. They appear to favor memories, cherished things.
I still think the bottle.
sentiments.
I mean, it's spectacular.
the
If we're
brass one
trying,
that I've got.
yes, the one that we're trying to, save Astra's people, and I know it's spectacular, but has to be another way outside of what's in that bottle to get what you want. That's me.
We could always offer allegiance.
Is that an
Offer help
option?
Would that
Everything going on.
what would that entail? Would that require us to stay here and serve them?
Or a favor, perhaps. Ask her what she wants, and go get it for her.
We could do that.
I believe
But at doing things.
would be an option.
Of course, it may be construed as an insult. I guess we're walking in by now. It may be construed as an insult, of course, because then we're implying that she can't get something for herself. The conundrum of offering gifts to royalty.
Well, everyone has.
Why don't we just ask the guards? Like, wouldn't they know better than anybody?
I mean, asking random people who know someone things is never helpful.
Oh, absolutely not. Never. Never once in my life.
what's it like past the stone archway?
Yeah, so as soon as you step through the stone archway, you are met with a very regal looking whitewashed stone city that has a number of tree roots growing in and out of it with the the foliage of this forest being built into this. This is a similar style of what you've seen for a lot of such things. However, it does not match the dreariness of the marshlands surrounding it. There is no more fog obscuring your vision. There are bright white stone buildings with a strong summer burning suns shining down on you, currently giving you this very hot and humid feeling, almost like you're in Florida in the summer. There are these decorations of turquoise and sea green glass that kind of dot these buildings. Some trees built into them, some of the trees being the centerpiece, so that's kind of like the supporting foundation overall of these structures, and a number of fey dwelling sentient creatures going about the streets selling their wares. There are herringons, there are owl folk, there are eladrin and elves, there are fey, which is kind of a sub race of elf as well. And also like sentient animals. You notice that there is a family of bears walking. They're out of clothing stand right now, and the little bear, the child with its mom and dad bear, is like crying. It's like, this shirt is too small.
No.
Going on so and so forth. And Amanthra with the 2 bags of holding is currently walking next to you.
It's a lovely city.
Can we get a sense of what they value based on things like how they decorate the city?
Make a history check.
Things like that. Okay. History. Where is it? There it is. It's 22.
22. So looking around, what you're seeing is they are it has a very vast display of wealth. Gemstones are decorating a lot of these fey people's necks and jewelry. They have silver. The turquoise and like sea glass windows are also have like these lanterns made of like these colored glass, like almost like jars, but more artistically blown than like a normal glass jar would be. There are silks. It's like the wealth of your world taken to the next level.
I have a feeling the rubies won't be
Impressive.
all that enticing.
Mm.
You may be right about the brass bottle, assuming that there is a genie inside.
Well, I mean, I think the very idea of that kind of power would be interesting.
Excuse me, would you be interested in some exotic materials for crafting? I have my stall. Walking up to you is a woman, Haragon, kind of like this gray, almost blue colored fur.
What kind of materials?
Materials you'll not find where you're from, I assure you. Please come have a look.
I'm getting distracted by shiny things, but
I suppose we have a moment.
Oh, wonderful. So, as you see here, I have, she holds up a jar and has like this kind of like golden essence in it. I have here the laughter of a child. Very nice when it comes to cooking, that sort of thing. Just a dash. It's a very strong flavor. And then she's gonna pick up kind of this bowl and be like, I do have some Deadman's toes as well. So that it's more for potion making. It's fine. I have. She's gonna pull up these like sheets of like this leathery material. I I have some cockatrice wings as well. But whatever you're interested in, I probably have it.
Are those good for cooking or?
Decent for armor. You could. Some of it's you could be used for cooking, potion making, poisons.
Interesting.
Wings for armor. Kind of flexes his wings a bit.
I don't suppose you have any artisan tools, or do you know where I could obtain some?
From across the walkway, you can hear. You don't want to buy any of her wares? That child's laughter's at least 2 weeks past its expiration date. Come over here to my stall.
Is it like a preteen's laughter now? Or does the child is too old? Or?
Too developed.
I lean over. I try to get a glimpse of what's at that other stall. Is it creepier stuff?
At the overstall, there are a number of raw materials as well, but they also appear to have some a variety of different items, magical and not. Are y'all set up on magic cauldrons? I have some over here that you definitely could use to make the most wonderful stew. Would anyone like some stew?
Are you selling the stew or the cauldron?
Hey, I can do both.
So it's kind of like a cauldron that if you make something, it keeps producing it.
Do you ever find yourselves at a party where you can't quite fit the proper fashion? You don't know how to dress. He's gonna pull out this cloak that has like this royal purple color. It has these gold and silver trims coming off the shoulders, and then he like flicks it and it turns into a completely different outfit. He flicks it again and turns into like this beggar's clothes.
It's really cool.
Wow.
Well, here's an important question. What currency do you trade in? Do you take gold and things like that?
You know, your classic gold, platinum, firstborn children, hairs off your chest, literally. It's really an item to item basis.
Would you expect the laughter of a baby? Just a moment, of course. You can't have all of the laughter.
I mean, I could definitely harvest some if you want to trade for that. I also have he takes this ivory pipe that has the mouth of a dragon on the end. He takes it in a deep puff and he blows out the smoke, and a little tiny like smoke dragon flies around Astra's face and then goes right into her nose.
Whoa.
Not planned.
You all seem very intrigued. I wish I could see what was going on.
Prestige Encounters, now with prop comedy.
Can I give you this scarf for that cloak thing? She's gonna hold up her own woolen green scarf.
I'm not quite interested in your scarf.
I can throw in a hat.
No, thank you.
Do you have any raw materials like wood?
Wood? I mean, he's gonna reach up and grab a branch hanging off. I do now. A tiny little pixie flies out of this house. Hey, that was mine!
Perhaps something a little nicer.
Nicer? What are you looking for? You have to be more specific with me.
You're like looking for lumber, Nazmir, or like
real estate?
Well,
listen, I can get you in on a real hot market right now.
No. We may own a castle.
We'll have to come back to that. But it occurs to me that perhaps something else that we can offer of value is our...
What about this? He's gonna hold up a doll. Its eye is missing. A bunch of its hair is like on a balding head. It's kind of like has this weird crooked teeth, and just like looks at you and goes, "Help me." That's just one of 10 phrases. And you can pick the phrases when you use it. Existence is pain. I was in a very
How
dark
much?
part of life when I oh, you know, for this here talking doll, you got some nail clippings.
Sorry, nail clippings? You
Oh, yeah.
want? Is this doll cursed?
I'll just
Oh
reach
no,
over to the
no,
back.
no. Listen,
Bag
I
of
told
holding.
you
Just
this.
start biting her nails off.
Yeah, do we even have a bag of holding right now? I'm pretty sure she's holding all of our stuff.
Your bag of holding is currently being held by her, so technically she has like 3
Did
or
she
4. I
put
don't
it
remember how many you have
In the bag
left.
of holding.
Wait. Let's go back
No.
in time. Did she
You only
put
have, like,
our
2.
bag of holding in her bag of holding?
No, she did not.
She
I
should know
also
better.
have this. He's gonna pull out this brightly rainbow colored wand, and he's gonna point it at who has the lowest charisma in the party.
That's a good question. Let's see.
I have a +2.
Can anyone beat a 20?
I have
I have a 13.
Ooh.
+0 for
He's
Casimir.
gonna point it at Dion.
14.
Dion, I need a charisma saving throw, please.
All right.
Oh no.
3.
3. So Dion, who's always just like this bright, smiley guy, is suddenly like scowling. He has a frowny face, and it's just like stuck there.
I don't think he liked your trick, whatever that did.
Dion,
That
why are
is
you
the trick.
impersonating me? Dion, calm down. You're supposed to smile. I'm the scowly one.
He's
Dion,
trying. He's got tears from
you're
trying
lit.
to-
Can you please stop this? He's literally crying.
Does it
This
wear
is-
off, or do you?
I also offer the potions that the child's laughter does allow us to make. If you're it wears off after a minute, by the way, Dion. He's gonna pull this like this potion bottle, like this swirling gold liquid. It makes you more adept in the moment. It makes you be able to do things better, but only once. Essentially, this is called a potion of advantage. So your next attack roll, if you use this potion, you get advantage on it.
Whoa.
What does this?
That's
this
any
this
ability check,
potion
attack, or saving throw.
This potion gives you an advantage in your abilities to be successful in basic tasks.
Basically, that's what it does.
And you drink it. You don't just like dab it like on your wrist and your
Behind
chest.
the ear.
Yeah, a little bit behind the ear.
Oh, you
What did I
just
say?
drink it. Might give you the
Okay.
giggles.
Oh, well. Yeah. I just say that everything's always drunk. I mean, why is it not like
Well,
cologne
we do have
of
a
feeling?
suppository version if you ever have that.
I think my sword would.
By the way, because Casimir's not wearing any armor, you notice he has a little tail kind of flipping about. It's not very big.
I
but
also-
the little fork tooth. Yeah.
I also have this, and he's gonna pull this small packet of like the silvery dust, like a small little dime bag of this silvery
Like
dust.
glitter?
And you at the same time, this big burly Eldrin comes out of this armory in this full decked out iron gear, and the salesperson takes the dust and throws the packet at his feet, and the armor just completely disintegrates.
Oh, Casimir, that would cut down your undressing time. Consider.
Well, I
I
mean,
think it's a one-way. I think it's a one-way deal.
Yeah, so this
Is
is
it-
made with the antenna of a rust monster, if you know what those are.
Yeah.
No, but I know what
Yeah.
rust is.
Yeah, I think we experienced something similar to that.
And of course,
Yeah.
there's the amazing
that they-
castle that's far in the lands of, the stone court that you might be interested in. I don't think you're in the mood for that. So, what can I do to get you some of these items today?
That cauldron you mentioned,
Oh yeah, the
Does
stew
it-
cauldron.
is it enchanted or it just?
It makes stew. Like all the
Magic
stew you could put. It makes stew infinitely. See, the
So-
way it works is the cauldron of stew. It comes out like the person who wants the stew will scoop it out, and it looks like water in the cauldron. But when you take it out, it's whatever stew the person wants.
Does it require you to put anything in it in order to produce stew?
Just add water.
Oh,
Water?
It's
Yeah,
that
we-
easy.
we don't have
Water,
any water available.
Vegetables and meat, perhaps.
We do.
All of those things.
You
as
have
well?
a decanter of endless water, so you have endless water, and you can have
Yeah.
endless stew.
Endless stew.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
Casimir's being sarcastic.
I will also say that it produces its own fire, and he's gonna like snap, and just this black flame and evil laughter emanates from underneath the cauldron. Perfectly normal.
It's-
There's the kicker.
Yeah. How big is this cauldron?
This seems like a very useful item. We should get it.
How much?
I believe I agree. Is it limited, like how much soup you can
I think it's-
have in
It's
a day?
unlimited stew. I will say that it does take 10 minutes to set up.
Mm, okay, and does it take like a week off of your life every time you use it, or?
It just has a soul of some witch that was used to make the iron.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Yeah, that's fine. I guess.
So, I mean,
is it
which-
heavy? We travel a lot.
He's gonna take a sticker and slap it to the side, 100% curse free.
Oh, good. The,
I mean, it wouldn't be the first cursed item we had. Hey, Casimir, do you want to?
True. How
Sorry,
heavy is
Nazir. I called you me. I can't even get my own.
Are you all right?
I don't know. I'm very confused.
I think we're experiencing the side effects of the culture.
I will be honest. The last thing I have to offer you are some broomsticks. I just know how to be able to fly. You know.
You could have
Okay,
led with
well, we'll try
those.
harder
How many of those have you got?
Oh, you know, I have 3 or 4. I gotta check in the
Okay.
back.
Question for you, because I have a
I've
great
got
idea.
Short legs.
Because
so that might-
Nazmir is short and he wants to fly. Can you put little boots on 2 of them and wear them both on each of your feet and fly? Like, you know, you ever seen in cold areas people like strap these like wooden slats on their feet and then go down snowy hills? So could you do that with these brooms and fly with your feet and still have your arms available?
Why would you need 2?
Because
One
it's,
for
I
each
mean,
foot.
one for each foot, so
because
you have
to
control.
hold on, right?
You know,
I
I see
have
what
a
you're saying.
rocking horse that can fly.
Okay, so we need to know some prices on the cauldron,
Mhm.
the brooms,
Uh-huh.
and maybe this rocking horse.
So what about that armor disintegration powder as well?
Oh, I
Oh,
also
please,
have
no.
I also have pixie dust that can help you fly for a little bit as well.
do you have to think happy thoughts?
No.
Okay,
You
that
just
they
snort
wouldn't
it.
work then.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yes.
But,
So it-
well, how much do these things cost then? We have.
well, I gotta, know what you have to offer. This is kind of
Let's see.
an open concept. I don't have a set price
Well,
on my items.
I
Our
believe you
companion
said-
here is offering some laughter from his child.
His child.
I've got a giant ruby.
Rubies are nice. I like where you're going with that.
I have an item that has given me great amounts of happiness.
Okay, he's keeping his pants on, right?
Yes. I'm
And
just
that
gonna
item
reach into
would
his
be-
backpack. He's gonna pull out the stone tile.
Oh,
This
that.
rains from a different land.
like a 5x5 tile.
Yes. You'll never find anything like this here.
It's made of like interesting materials that don't exist in this world.
Mhm.
Technically.
Composed of rocks that don't exist.
That sounds so much like a fucking scam. It's made of rocks that don't exist.
What? I mean, the ruby and the child's laughter. I'm definitely interested in. And you said that you wanted the cauldron, the brooms, the rocking horse, the cloak, or no to the cloak.
I like the cloak a lot. What would you take for that?
All right. For the
Two people
cloak, I'll
interested in the
take your hair.
My hair.
All of it.
What were you offering? Did you want the cloak,
Oh.
Mr. Rex?
Also, if you're interested in chest hair,
Okay. Yeah. So just question.
I have some.
Important question, Dion, because you have great hair.
Yeah.
Is it is it hair forever and it never grows back?
Just all of his hair as it currently is.
I can't do that.
No, I mean he's got some. I'm assuming he has some hair, really interesting hair in places you can't see. It's exotic. I mean, he's like he's gifted by the gods.
I will let you know that I'm
gods,
completely
too.
smooth everywhere.
Well, basically, from what we've seen of him in a fight, yes. I think there's lots going on down there too.
So your hair
I'm
would grow
completely
back, is what
smooth
he's saying
everywhere.
here, but he just wants all your hair as it currently is.
No.
All right.
You would choose vanity over a cloak that changes its fashions?
Yep, absolutely.
Were you the merchant that was looking for chest hair, or was that the other one?
Honestly, I don't even remember.
It was you, yes. Yeah.
Because
Do you
I-
have a lo-
Okay,
God.
okay,
Got a lot
I
of-
got this. I can offer you my cotton candy tail.
I don't suppose that grows back.
No, you just make more.
We just swirls it. It
and then
grows
go,
more.
and then
What would you take for this creature's cotton? What would you give us for this cotton candy tail?
Now, for the works of the Queen of Candy, I could definitely offer you the cauldron of stew.
Okay.
Hmm.
We can do that.
I mean, you're willing to give up your tail.
And this ruby then? What about that?
For the ruby, I can give you one flying broom.
Sure.
What would it take to get two? Because I really want to see this happen. This
Also,
is like
how
this
fast
my
is
dream
that?
now.
How fast is that flying rocking?
It's the same stats as a broom of flying in the DMG.
Okay. Could I do that instead of this? Could I do that instead of the broom?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Oh my god.
Just for a moment, Phineas just sort of stares into Julian's eyes, and Julian stares back. There's a quiet moment in which the two are just locked in eye contact, and then the baby just starts to go. Just starts giggling, and
But
then
more like a baby.
lifts its fingers, just absolutely baby laugh, and then it lifts its fingers and it starts to just sort of chew at its fingernails one by one.
absolutely not a baby laugh.
And then it just spits them out into its little baby hand and puts them out. And then Phineas just takes the bitten up fingernails, offers them up. I'll take that doll now.
He'll give you the doll.
The doll?
And a broom, if you please.
The what?
And a broom, if you please.
Okay. For the child's laughter. So so it's literally called a talking doll. You can add to your character sheet. It does require attunement.
Oh
His
my
name
god.
is Chucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the broom of flying that you get as well, he's going to throw in 3 potions of advantage.
Do you have any use for, let's say, a little blood of that touched by the infernal?
Some of your blood? Well, what about he's gonna take this metal helmet, he's gonna put over his eyes, and his face becomes completely obscured, except for 2 glowing red dots where the eyes would be.
Oh, that's creepy.
What is it?
You could obscure your.
And it has
your
these 2 very large,
identity.
these bat wings as horns coming off the sides of it.
It's rather intimidating.
I think that might be less conspicuous than I am right now.
Well, true, but if you wanted to go for fierce and scary, that would do it.
Fierce.
Kydro, what do you think?
You said you wanted that powder.
Yeah, I do like the powder because imagine I'm punching somebody, right? But then they have really hard armor like you, and I could just in one smooth motion just
Listen, I can do the helmet, or I can do the dust of corrosion for about a pint of your blood.
but that's.
Hey Dion, how about a
Kind of
little?
a lot.
How about a little celestial? Oh, it's actually an interesting thing. What if I am infernal touched but born of a celestial lineage?
So, like I
What if
said,
you
about
are?
a pint of your blood.
Hmm.
Do you have more blood than humans? Because that's kind of a lot, isn't it?
I can just eat an orange. I'll be fine.
Get a cookie in a juice box.
Listen, we did this sometimes
And a
in the
corn.
army. Sometimes you have to
And a
give blood.
A
Yeah,
pint of
cool.
blood is only what, like 2 cups? You're fine.
Yeah.
No, I mean humans have like 6.
Yeah, I suppose
it's
celestial blood doesn't
doable.
have any value. He's like, okay, how do you want to do this? I've never said that to a dungeon master before.
It's kind of magic mosquito.
And say it is very
You have
disconcerting
10
that I'm giving
pints.
up.
You can get rid of 10% of your blood. You're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Just be a little tired, maybe.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
I mean, he'll just take out a bowl and slit your wrist.
no, he'll do it himself.
Yeah.
Just give me a knife.
He'll
I
hand you a
promise I won't.
knife.
I promise I won't
It's
stab you.
nice
I'm
and
not
curved.
I'm not that kind of man. I'm not that kind of killer anymore.
You don't have to say that.
You probably
Yeah, what was,
You didn't have to say
what was the fucking
anymore.
point of that?
You know, sometimes you just have to tell people that we're not killers.
I mean, you really don't have to. He doesn't know anything about us.
your
Terrible way to meet a
reputation as
Wonderful,
the
wonderful.
Reaver or whatever.
Casimir looks even paler than he normally does.
You are going to lose 10% of your HP.
Okay, that's fine.
Here, have some
So-
stew.
So we'll say 7
Yeah.
hit points.
I just cannot believe I did that.
This is.
You
I'm sure it'll be worth it. Eat an orange.
Okay, Kydro.
here's some very hearty stew.
Absolutely.
Plenty of
I'm
vegetables.
There's your Dust of Corrosion, which is an actual
Yeah.
item you can put in your character sheet.
That's
I
incredible.
just say, I literally gave blood for you to ruin my day someday. Just remember this.
Excellent. I appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
Just don't stand next to him on a windy day.
Oh, it has been wonderful.
Do you have an orange? Is that free? Sorry, I really
Here.
do need an orange.
I have the sugar plums.
Do I have to pay for that?
Just one thing. So Phineas is standing there with his new broom of flying. Big old grin on his face. What's the command word?
Oh yes.
You get to decide.
You get to. Well,
There's a lot of words for a command phrase.
Ascendio.
Nice. Mine's gonna be giddy up.
Oh my god, I still can't believe you did that. I mean, it was such a cool idea. I've always, 2 brooms and you're just kind of like flying through the air with your sword. Now you're like riding a rocking horse. I'm not okay.
Well,
Right.
I just think I've never really flown before. That sounds pretty unstable.
Yeah,
Don't want to fall.
I'll be
know,
honest.
from a-
The saddle is more comfortable than the shaft.
Yes,
That's a
speak-
funny joke.
I'm sure that's
I
true.
speak from experience.
Sorry, what was that?
I've
All
been
right,
on some
everyone.
ponies.
Oh yeah, sorry, I did it
I would
in
like
here,
to
but
go see what the armory has to offer.
I can walk you over there.
I would
Oh
agree
yeah.
with that.
Some. What do I got? I've just got like regular leather armor or spiked armor, maybe.
you have no armor right now.
Well, right, but when I wear some,
Normally.
I will go with you if they've got something that would be an upgrade. Though.
Do we have a guard escort at the moment who is just following us, or are we actually being
We
guided
have
towards the
Mantha.
palace?
Is she looking
Is
annoyed?
Samantha just sort of
She's
following us
extremely
and letting
annoyed.
us kind of she's extremely annoyed?
Sorry for our distraction.
It will happen.
We'll be done shortly.
Is there someplace I can sit down?
No.
Okay,
You
I'm
wanna
just
sit
gonna...
on the,
The ground.
You wanna
Puts
sit
his
on the
hand on her
rocking
shoulder
horse?
and kind of like, I'm gonna lean on you for a minute. He's gonna start eating some fruit.
You could make like some kind of a citrus stew, perhaps. Sounds weird, but
No, you're right. Lemon is a 100% valid flavor of a stew.
Yeah. Lemon zest.
Anyway, I'm going with him to see the armor.
I am also going to see the armory.
Just remember, you have to put them all in the bag after you're done.
Right. The flying horse goes in.
Walking into the armory, you see an elvish man who has very pale skin, and he kind of opens his mouth a little bit, and you see these two pointy teeth. And he's just sitting there, looks sickly. Harold, can I help you?
My friend here, who can't see, would like to see some of your armor.
Your friend who cannot see would like to see my armor.
Exactly what I said.
Interesting. He's gonna grab a glass of orange juice and just chug it right in front of all of you.
Are you ill?
No. When I was a child, I got bit by a fruit bat. And I'm a fruit bat vampire.
Thanks.
Oh. I see.
Oh, that caught me off guard.
So now I have an ever quenching thirst for fruit juice.
Would you like some lemon stew?
Is it freshly squeezed?
It's magic.
Then I cannot.
Asner walks in.
He's gonna take his cloak and put it past his face. Come to see my wares.
Oh.
Okay.
Is
Yes.
it just armor in here, or is it weapons too?
Just armor.
Okay.
Why
What do you
is
have?
this man doing this thing, guys? Why is he did that flourish? I just walked in.
I think it's just
I
in his nature.
understand.
Fruit bat vampire?
Oh,
A fruit pyre?
does he have wings?
Do you have wings?
He does not. Oh, he's from this
Casimir
form.
Casimir like flies about 30
He has a lot of
centimeter
vitamin
levels of
C.
crap.
So instead of walking to the wall right next to him, he's gonna go to the opposite wall, walk up it across the ceiling, and then back down to the wall that was right next to him. Have a
He
look.
doesn't appear to need wings.
That's really cool.
Type of stuff are we seeing?
There's a number of armors. The main thing here is that all this armor looks stunning. Some of it glows like the color of like this illumination of like starlight. This like silver armor with like this kind of silver outline to it. Dakota, you would see Quasar would be familiar with this style before. And just overall, it's just this very decorative armor that you would find the qualities of which you would still find in other places in the mortal realm, but it's the artistic style that you're looking at here. Some of it is +1 or +2, which any armor that you like, any armor style, but this is going to be expensive. And then standing in like on a chain, like kind of locked up against the wall, is this chainmail that kind of has, it's this metal that has kind of like this dark red coloring to it, and it has like, it's in fire, like it is hanging in an open flame, but it's not discolored or anything. And that is an Afridi chain.
What is that?
It makes you 100%. It makes you invulnerable to fire.
That almost on fire.
Can you tell me more about this
Fascinating.
armor? I'm gesturing to the starry armor.
That armor is magically enchanted to block attacks and protect you. It will cost quite a bit, as I spent a lot of time on it.
You made this.
Indeed, I did.
Have you been to the Astral Court?
I have spent some time there, apprenticing under the forge of the astral sky.
So,
Go grab a
How
glass
much?
of grape juice and down it.
where do you keep getting these glasses of fruit juice? You just have them lying around randomly?
He murders the fruit.
I must always be ready to quench my thirst.
Fair enough. How much would this armor cost?
That armor in particular, you wouldn't happen to have any materials I could trade for, would you? Metal from my fallen star, mithril or adamantite.
Not sure I have any of that.
I have this crystal shard. Asher's gonna hold up a piece of the crystal from that one fight. Do you remember? With the giant?
The Celestial Dungeon?
Yep. Thank you. And then all the little crystals, I took a piece. Offering it.
I would trade this armor for 2 years of your life.
2 years of my life.
And the crystal shard.
Seems cheap.
If you're willing to give the crystal, I'm willing to give up 2 years of my life.
I would let you know that if you were meant to die by destiny within the next 2 years, you will drop dead now.
You know,
That's fine.
I could maybe make that. You know, I could embroider something like that. Maybe you don't have to.
No, it's fine. I want this.
Okay.
What type of armor were you looking for?
Not medium or heavy.
So it'll be +2 leather armor?
Studded leather?
Studded leather?
Okay, awesome.
+2 studded leather.
Hey. Oh, yeah. Does he have anything of that?
So he'll kind of like draw a symbol on your wrist, your forearm. It'll kind of like burn in for a second and fade away. You did not die. Congrats.
I knew I wouldn't.
My tail. I miss it.
We can make
You said we could make you a new one, right?
Yeah.
Sir, I'm looking for not heavy armor or like some medium armor. Maybe half plate.
I'm sorry, are you not looking for medium or heavy? So light. You're looking for light.
No, sorry, I said not light or heavy, so
not
in the middle.
light, medium, or heavy is what you're looking at. I'm very confused.
I apologize. I'm overwhelmed. I'm looking for medium armor.
So why did you not say so?
I'm starstruck by all of your stuff. It's pretty.
It's very shiny.
He'll walk over to his shelf and start making himself a smoothie.
He's killing those fruits.
If
Is
you
that
listen closely, you can hear their screams.
I see.
Question.
So, like, half plate. Have you got half plate?
Well, if you only have half a plate, how do you eat off of it?
Armor. Come
Yes,
on.
what type of plate do you have now?
I think it's studded leather.
Is it magical or not?
Nope. Just regular.
So he'll have a +1 half plate. This is kind of going to be a more greenish steel, like a sea green colored steel plate with like leaves and branches decorating it. Like not like literal leaves and branches, but like the design.
Right.
Think of like your grandmother's salad bowl.
Yeah.
You
I
know
have
exactly
to say
the bowl I'm talking about.
Yep,
I get it.
Yep. I have to say your craftsmanship is impressive. How much do you want for this piece?
For this one, I like your watches. I'll have one of those.
I can do that. I just want you to understand that I made them. I made many of these along with my children, so they are special, but I could do that. You want one of them?
Oh, I will take one.
Take care of it. I made this one with my daughter.
He'll take the pocket watch, and you have yourself a half plate of armor.
What? That was really cool. Studded plate. He's gonna get his normal studded plate out, which is like smoldering for no reason. So, in exchange, because this is also magical, and it's actually, strangely enough, a family heirloom. I'd like better, like what he got. What would I need in combination with this to get the same studded leather? You know, for those times where wearing full plate mail isn't enough. Or I could give you this and full plate mail that's been magically repaired. And what other price would you require? I don't know if time off my life has any value.
So what is it that you're looking for exactly?
He wants the +2 studded leather as well.
Okay.
So magical smoldering studded leather armor.
I'll take your old armor and some shavings from your horns.
The big ones or the little ones? I kind of like the little ones. They make me feel good.
2 big ones.
Yeah. It's been a while since I filed them. If you shave them, can you make sure you keep a good point, though? Just a little bit. I mean, how much? Sorry, I lost a lot of blood, so I'm giving up blood and my horns right now.
To my discretion.
So, your discretion. And they will still grow back as they normally will.
They would.
Yeah, because it's like, just pointing out, I mean, you can have time, but I don't think I actually have any.
So do we have an idea?
So,
yeah.
Very well. And the transaction will be done. It doesn't take much. Just enough to kind of fill up a dime bag.
Oh, you know, just careful there. That the right horn's a little sensitive on the edge. I think the nerve hasn't quite settled since the last time I trimmed them.
Oh man, what have we done? I gave up my tail, some blood, some horns, some years of your life.
Yeah.
I have many to spare.
I have lots of time and none.
It's a bit of a paradox, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did he tell us his name?
Did he tell you his name? No.
Yeah. Okay.
He introduced himself as a fruit pyre. No, that's not what he said, but that's what I'm calling it.
So, Mr. Fruit Bat Vampire.
That one.
I'm pretty nimble. I could usually block things by myself, but I could possibly benefit from something similar to our dwarf friend here. If I were to exchange you a voucher for fresh grapes from the vineyards of my temple back home. They're the finest quality in the lands.
What about seeds from the grapevine?
Seeds from the grapevine? So you can grow your own here?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
You have good soil here?
The best.
I heard it through the grapevine.
Perhaps that might get you even better grapes than we have back home, don't you think?
I would acquire them within 6 months.
6 months. And if I don't, you take the armor back?
And then some.
Interest.
I think he takes your seed as well.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Sure. Seeds from the ground. If you want, I could just send you a crate of grapes, whichever works. Both have seeds.
6 months.
6 months.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a deal then.
Very well. My word, what an amount of magical items you're getting seemingly for free.
I'm tickling the baby.
Seemingly.
I'm scared for
All
my
right.
life.
So
You know that moment in like a video game where like you suddenly go into this room and like, oh my god, look at all this ammo and like look at all these health packs and stuff. Thanks, game.
Oh no.
Whoa, you gave me a
Oh, boy.
bazooka. There's a rocket launcher here, and all of the
Some-
rockets. And I've got full ammo on this rock. Wow, this game is really
Yeah.
nice to
So
me.
It's got
what's actually
really
happening?
Intense music.
We walked into the mouth of a giant fish, and it's been slowly devouring our essence, and this is all just a fever dream.
Let me cross out some plans I had here.
oh boy, I will take another lotus flower. It was so tasty.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
The corrupted Lord
Anyway.
Jabba Jabu.
Is there anything else that you require, Gormadrov?
So he gave me half plate
Yep, +1.
plus one. Cool.
Phineas is just taking a quick cursory look. I don't suppose he sees anything of interest as a master of the arcane, not a meathead who swings an axe.
Nope.
Did he say that out loud?
No, he thinks it though.
Okay.
No, so if Astra's reading his thoughts, she'll pick it up. No, it's clear on his face. There's a slight air of disdain. Found what you're looking for?
Amanthra will be. I hope you did.
Perhaps we shall move along, and I trust we've found something that we may feel comfortable giving up. If not, I suppose it's the bottle. The bottle is... Can I ask you, everyone, do you feel about this bottle? That it is, or what we are about to give, that it would be a gift, or would it be a price paid?
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
I mean, so long as we're upfront with what it is either a gift for her or a weapon to use against an enemy.
Why
And
not
since
both?
We have common enemies.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Cormac, why did you ask if she had like magic guns as there's something somewhere?
It's an armorer, not an armory.
Oh yeah, but there could be somebody with guns. I mean, there has to
I'm
be
sure.
like.
I mean, if we have a moment.
Well, we've all gotten a few goodies. Why not?
I was actually going to ask if he had any other assortment of studded leather for sale.
I do not.
Ah. All right then.
Eat it all.
Is there perchance anywhere I could procure some weapons around here?
I am not a city tour guide. Go find
All
your
right.
own.
All right. Figured, well, the business we just did with you, you
Gomotrov.
don't have to be an asshole about it.
Gomotrov's
All right.
artsmanship is enough for my business. He'll take his cloak. Now to go. Walk up to the ceiling and wrap his cloak around him and just... That's it.
Hang there. Good night then, I guess.
Good day.
Or that.
Yep.
Okay. We could look elsewhere then. I think.
Man, imagine having a life like that where all you can have is fruit. Not even a licorice. Shit.
I mean, is it just fruit, or can you mix things in with it? He was making a smoothie. Was that just fruit?
Yeah, that's basically all fruit is. I mean, you can put some yogurt in there, but doesn't see no
Mm.
yogurt.
I bet other things simply don't give him nutrition.
I mean, I don't know if that's how that works. Anyway,
I don't know either, I'm guessing. Cool. Well, I will kind of sit here out of the way. If anybody else wants to do anything, go ahead.
I think Amanthra might actually kill us, and Astra looks bored.
Astra's just kind of window shopping, looking around. She's in her own little world, just.
Little girl, would you like a flower?
Flower?
Looking down at you, there is a small owl folk woman holding a cane. She's offering you this blue and white lily. Picked it fresh this morning myself.
What kind of flower is it? What is it called?
It is called a mist lily.
Wow. What would you like to try? I have this scarf.
Oh, it would be
no
a
one else
gift.
needs it. Really? Well, I will gladly accept your gift. It's beautiful.
Not as beautiful as you are, dear.
Are you sure you don't want this scarf? No one else wants it.
I am quite sure. Enjoy your gift.
Much, I like it a lot, thank you. Oh. L.
She'll waddle off.
That was weird. I'm gonna go show off my flower to... Who's closest to me?
The whole party is close to you. That's why they're leaving the armory.
Cormac, look at this flower.
Cormac, you're confused as why this elderly woman Furbolg is walking up to you.
That's a nice flower you have there, ma'am.
Ma'am? Cormac. Why are you so formal with me?
How do you know my name? Do I realize this is Astra, or am I just completely
Make
oblivious?
an inside check.
All right.
I mean, if it was you, Quentin, as the character, I'd be like, you're oblivious, but this is Cormac.
You know what? That's fair. 17.
17. You look closely and you actually recognize it to be Astra, except Astra is in her 70s.
Oh, Astra, why do you look so old?
What do you mean? She's gonna look at her hands.
Got some gray fur. Some wrinkles on your face. Very resemblant of your grandmother, actually.
I'm gonna look around for the owl woman. Where's the owl woman? I have questions.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
She
Uh-oh.
looks young now.
Uh-oh. I got a 23.
23. You look around and she does not appear to be anywhere in the vicinity.
Oh my goodness. Am I 70? What's going on?
Does she have arthritis? Like her
Yeah, do any of my joints hurt?
Well, everything hurts. Existence is pain.
Neck. I just got this flower as a gift. And now you're telling me I'm old?
You didn't give her your years for that flower?
Not that I knew of.
You accepted a gift.
Is that another one of those faith things you're not supposed to do?
Oh, I sure did do that. That is something I sure did do.
So can she?
Everything should be a trade.
Can she give you the flower and see what happens, Quasar? Because you live a long time.
I'm not sure it would work the same way.
Let me try.
Okay. Here.
Take the flower.
Nothing happens.
Oh my god. So, is there our guard? Is there?
Amanthra?
Yeah. Amanthra, is this a common practice here? Is this not a crime, stealing?
I see no evidence of theft.
It seems like an unequitable trade, doesn't it?
She appears to have been robbed of her years.
We must find the individual responsible.
Or is this an illusion?
The lady of the court is very busy. Are you sure you want to spend your day not talking to her?
Can she give me my youth back?
Probably not.
This is the question. You see,
Is this a curse?
Can I put the flower on the... What if I put a flower on the ground? Do I change or do I stay the same?
Did you think of for the flower at all?
Please don't ask me that.
Yep, that'll do it.
And in appreciation for your thanks, she most likely took some years from you.
So not an illusion.
These are the laws. We cannot change them.
Astra was basically a child before. She took a very great amount of her years.
Daylight robbery, it seems.
Perhaps we can figure out a way to reverse it. In the meantime, here's some. This is a little bit of arthritis cream that I use every morning, and
I was wondering why you kept rubbing that cream on yourself in the morning.
Yes,
It
it helps.
It smells very pungent.
Sorry. I'm just gonna keep an eye out for that little owl person.
Noted.
I have a vendetta. I'm a murder that. I'm a mute myself.
All right, I think we've wasted enough time and enough years.
Indeed.
Oh dear. This place is going to kill us all.
Well, I mean, those of us who aren't all news. I don't know.
Well, man, then it's going to kill you all.
Well, just don't.
In any case,
Tell
lead on.
tell your baby not to thank anyone.
Or else you might have a teenager on your hands, and you don't want that.
Yeah. Why?
Indeed.
Where are you guys headed?
Will we
Let's
stop
go
somewhere
to.
so Cormac could buy something, or
It's fine. We don't want to keep her waiting. I can always do it on the way back through.
Yeah. Way back there.
There is a way back through.
All right. So you guys actually are heading a little bit uphill to this very elaborate, like silver colored castle that just stands above the rest of the city. It is large. There are fountains and topiaries. The topiaries are moving about. They're animated. These little tiny like tree looking people are the ones tending to the gardens as you approach. There are roses and flowers of every color. Some of them are multicolored, like I've described these opal colored roses throughout your time here in the Feywild. And it is beautiful. There are bubbles that are floating about the air that have the shining of gemstones as well, and just overall these small creatures and things tending to it. You walk into the castle with Amantha showing you credentials to the guards as you make your way through, and you come into this courtroom. The courtroom is made completely of marble with these high pillars that are going up to a cloud covered ceiling. And off to the side, the clouds are drizzling with rain, but not wherever you're standing or walking is dry at any given point. On the throne across from all of you is a fey girl, young with hair that looks as if it's suspended in water, these light sad looking blue eyes as if bored with everything around her. And there are a number of fey people here at court dressed in elaborate dresses and robes and a number of garbs as well. And as she like is kind of leaned on the arm of her chair, not very proper looking or poised, not very great posture. Overall, she is just passive and bored and head in the clouds kind of look about her. For reference of how she looks, I put a picture in Prestige chat if you want to see.
Ooh.
Upon entering, Amanthra will kneel.
As will Quasar.
As will Casimir.
Elith will attempt, or not
Oh.
Elith, Astra. Sorry, I was doing some thinking. I'm sorry. Sorry, I was caught in the moment. No, Astra will attempt to do so.
Yeah.
Chill.
Deon kneels.
Phineas
Now
does. He goes for a bow and then he.
Somebody put like a little pillow below Astra's knees.
Oh, yeah.
Visiting nobility, he figures a bow is more appropriate here.
Presenting the Seekers to the Lady of the Mist, the Lady of the Running River, Rivora Swiftwater. She just, her eyes don't really change expression. They're just kind of like glazed over and looking at all of you. What? More visitors? I don't really have time for this. You may rise.
I'll stand.
Yeah, well,
Phineas is looking at the
stand.
party, waiting for someone to talk because he's new here.
Your Majesty, I believe we have more than one purpose, but one of our reasons for being here has to do with the Coven.
Coven? Who are they?
Atagora.
You're not aware of the unrest they're causing in the rest of the Feywild.
There's gonna be murmurs among the court members. So just like kind of wave them off. We haven't had any so-called Coven members come to court.
No, indeed. They are affecting their dark arts within your very land without even having announced themselves. An insult indeed, my lady, and one I humbly apologize for on behalf of them, as one of their, it seems, victims. We have traveled all this way, my lady, to beg first of all for your kind hospitality in these unkind times, and furthermore to offer our gifts of our presence, and to ask humbly for a favor, in exchange for which we would happily return in kind.
A favor from a high lady. Members of the court will kind of begin to laugh and chuckle around. She'll sit up. What is it that you ask of me?
As it happens, we are under the impression that the Court of Mists is, in fact, in stewardship of a passage into the underworld. This is, in fact, what you are seeking, is it not, Seekers?
That is what we're seeking, to be honest.
As the great tree, if I'm not mistaken.
The
Are you-
passageway does lie within my lands. Is that what you're asking of me?
We wish to traverse into the barren place. By your leave, of course, not without your permission. We would not dare to be so rude.
To clarify, she's not the one that can redirect the river, right?
No, she's not. So you were the one who said that she can spare some of the waters of the river of the undead, of the dead, is Yelna, the goddess of death and burials.
Okay.
And furthermore, we have come with a warning that there are this coven. It seems is messing around your lands. One of such member of the coven is the Maestro. He has sent, it seems, mechanical creatures of steel that breathe foul air. They are at this present moment amassing around your kingdom.
Kingdom of which they mean to burn to the ground like every other one they've come across.
They've already apparently set which court? The summer court? Ablaze?
Foul creatures, and uncouth, I will add. Not a drop of nobility in them.
They want to rewrite everything in their favor. They want to remake the whole Feywild.
Unleash the primal.
All of this talk of covens and primal and underworld has me really sleepy. I think I'm gonna take a nap.
Astra's gonna turn whoever's next to her. What an irresponsible leader. She's gonna say it as loud as possible.
Can I have everybody except for Quasar and Cormac make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Sure.
That's crazy.
Oh boy.
My bad. Oops.
5.
I mean,
Natural 1 for 3.
dirty
Ooh.
20.
Dirty 20. Yes, sir.
Oh boy.
We got lots of dirt
Are we
right now.
about to Rip Van Winkle this?
If we're all within 10 feet of Quasar, you'll have a +3 on this.
So that's 23.
Okay, so
6.
Nails will get an 8.
So anybody who got less than a 19
Okay.
Okay.
collapses to the ground sleeping.
I'm sleepy today.
Oh boy.
I'm awake.
Casimir's awake.
So
Damn,
who
passes
all
out.
is awake? Show of hands.
Not me.
So
No.
Quasar, Cormac,
and Astra.
Casimir, and Astra are all the ones awake.
Your
That's
best.
So what's gonna happen is she's gonna like look over her shoulder and like her eye is suddenly more awake, and half of your friends just fall to the ground and are snoring.
Impressive.
Looks like they're tired too. Perhaps we should all get a good night's rest.
And what happens when you put us to rest? Do we wake back up and you're a little more perky in the morning to help us, save an entire civilization and potentially hope stop the fall of all of the Feywild and the Primaterial Plane? Is it we know it?
Are you not you until you've had your morning coffee? What's the circumstances here?
A mantra here will take you all to your rooms.
Lady Rogora, I implore you to listen to what they have to say. It is incredibly dangerous out there, not just because it is the nature of this place, but because there are forces beyond our comprehension that are wreaking havoc. And there is already one of their members within your land. And if you agree to help us, I will do whatever I can to sway the Astral Court in your favor.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Gotcha. Persuasion. That's an 11. Oof.
11. She'll wave her hand and everybody will be able to wake back up.
Leon sits up. He has like drool coming down his face.
What was that?
Huh.
Where are we?
Do a little cat nap.
Ah,
I wasn't tired.
Maybe.
She'll clap her hands. The entire court will exit. I have another guest. Would you come with me for dinner?
Oh boy. Looks at Quasar briefly.
Yes. We will accompany
Quasar
you
doesn't
then.
notice.
I mean, if he's within 10 feet, I do notice.
It was. Never mind.
I think I was blind to that joke.
Ah.
Are you all?
Yeah, clear. Yeah, evidently are we being led somewhere? Are we been
She just turns and walks behind the throne to like this doorway that leads out.
Okay. Well, we are hungry.
All right. Phineas staggers to his feet.
Quasar will put his hand on Casimir's shoulder and just, you lead the way.
Yep. Yeah. Of course. Yes. Just hold on.
I must have dropped off back there. Did we manage to get what we wanted?
I can help Phineas up. He's got a baby breath.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
she seems unhelpful. She seems uninterested.
That's me. She's literally like right a couple feet ahead of us. Let's you know.
She's a noble in her own court.
Yeah.
Well, for a moment there, I think I had this horrible dream that you all insulted her, or something.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, you know, Astra's technically nobility in her own land. I'm nobil. I mean, my
Our
parents
nobility is nowhere near as lazy, but yes.
were- Yeah,
Our
I know, sir.
nobility.
I'm nobility when I'm spiff lavishing.
I mean, I'm noble blood. I mean,
I am nobility as well.
We're all royals here. Look at that.
So as you're walking down the hall,
Merchant.
as we're all talking about our nobility and our noble blood,
yeah, for no reason.
the
I'm
first thing that
just a
begins to
working
fill your
class
ears
man.
is the sound of rushing water.
Oh God.
You're led
Finding
into
it.
this very large semicircular room with this marble floor and this birch carved table that seems to be carved from a single large birch tree. On the opposite side of this room is a railing with these kind of archways with these wooden pillars. I'm sorry, not wooden, marble pillars that are dividing it. And the view is this massive semicircular waterfall kind of draining down into this sparkling sapphire colored lake that goes off into a river further off. And off in the distance, you can see this massive tree that has been pointed out to you to be the elder tree. And then the next thing that hits you is this bright light and this heat. As sitting to the direct right of the head of the table is this tan man wearing sunglasses. He has this bright blonde, almost surfer hair that comes down to past his shoulders. He is not wearing any shirt as he is tanned with a little bit of this white cream on his nose. Built muscles, wearing these tan colored shorts and leather sandals on his feet, as just kind of sitting back, drinking what seems to be this punch that is orange colored with a little umbrella in it, just like sipping quite loudly from it.
I like his style.
Maybe he's a fruit vampire too.
Don't. So.
May I present to you the Lord of summer and the earth. Hollis. He's gonna look up. What's up, my guys? There's almost like this like a few inches off his skin around his entire silhouette is like this golden light. As you get closer, it's warm. It's like you're sitting on a beach on like the perfect day. It's warm, but it's not like too warm. Very comfortable heat. Please have a seat.
Lord of Summer, indeed. And Phineas sits down smiling.
Yeah, Deon gets the closest that he can to this summer guy because he's cool looking.
Dion, can I get a religion check?
Can I get a religion check?
Mhm.
Alright. Great.
May I look into this too? I'm really curious.
That's a 21.
Also, that's a 22.
I'm sending both of you a DM.
Is Remora sitting down yet?
Casimir will make sure that Quasar finds a chair.
Oh shit.
Michael, is Revora sitting down yet?
Yeah, she's at the head of the table. She sits down right next to Hollis.
I'm gonna sit as close to her as possible.
You can sit at her left.
Okay.
I guess I'll be sitting at Hollis's right.
Yeah.
If I can. Yeah.
So
and then
yeah.
he just sits down and he's just waving at him like.
Yeah. Phineas is just leaning over in the background. We're all sitting there in our, just lined up at this straight table.
Just to clarify, the elder tree is nearby, correct?
It is several miles away, so it's beyond the waterfall. And it's so large that, like, you know how like when you're riding in a car at night and the moon always seems to be in the same position no matter how much you drive forward? Same situation with this tree.
Amazing.
I would
Immaculate.
advise we all show a degree of reverence, friends. We are in the presence of a bona fide deity.
Oh, that's actually kind of Tuesday for us. Oh, I guess Wednesday.
Well,
How do you know that, Phineas?
Well,
How long have you been here?
I've studied some, of course. I know of some of the deities, and this right here is Halas, god of the summer. Is he not?
It is. I walk
Right
past
on,
his
dudes.
shrine on the way to on the way to my favorite bakery every day back home.
I've seen many an etching. Of course, I've visited a few of his temples. You happen to have very devoted followers. Devoted and attractive, I might add. I'm, of course, the Marquis Phineas Rex, and these are currently my dog's bodies. A little joke, yes, of course it's a little joke. They do carry my things, so.
Man, you don't have to worry about that. It was just my birthday a couple days ago, But we're past that, man. Just sit down, have some za, man.
Oh, sorry. What's za?
Some food, man.
Okay.
Gods, what is this za?
I mean, why is this bread cut in a triangle?
Anyway, I was just explaining to Lady Swiftwater here how my lands that I'm supposed to be presiding over got like totally burnt to the ground, dude.
we heard about that. It's very unfortunate.
At Tagora's work, huh?
Right. Unfortunately, I'm not able to exactly interfere. But
Yeah, that's kind of seems to be our job in this lot in life, is to interfere on the path of deities, devils, cabals, secret organizations. Everyone seems to want us to play a little bit of a role. Mortals can accomplish things without breaking rules, I think.
Oh, I wasn't gonna ask you guys, but if you could, that'd be great. Unfortunately, I don't think that there's much that you can do at this moment in time.
Right. We do have some goals, though. We learned of some things that might help. Apparently,
Anyway.
we need to find a blade, among some other things.
Seems like you all got it figured out. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, we may kind of need to go into the underworld first.
Oh yeah. I gotta tell my cousins Yelena and Graftrey that they're doing an awesome job, dude.
It's a tough role, the underworld, keeping the dead where they belong.
Lady Swiftwater will speak up. You are being awfully chipper given your situation, Hollis. I don't mean any disrespect, but you haven't seen Bizdal in some time. Aren't you too romantically involved?
Have any of us heard of Bizdal?
Make a religion
Do you
check.
know who that is?
Would I know by association, or do I have to roll a
Bizdal
check?
has been brought up to you before in this campaign. He is the god of winter and sleep.
Oh, a blessing from sleeping winter.
Opposites attract, I suppose.
Well, you didn't have to bring it up.
I was curious. In fact, what are the other courts? It sounds as though this may, in fact, be a full-blown incursion. Horrifying though the thought may be.
I was trying to keep things more discreet among my court members, but you all decided to bring it up blatantly in front of
Our humble apologies. We had no idea that such a veil of secrecy was so fragile.
I assumed this was more
more discreet.
I assumed this was more of a private dinner. Apologies.
You notice for just a moment Hollis's the sunshine radiating off him just like flickers and dims for just a moment. Oh.
Well, we only bring it up because we're trying to help change the situation.
We have been looking into the coven for some time. I sent my court mage out to gather information, but I have not heard back from him in some time.
What was his name?
Elusio.
Yeah, Elisio.
We came across him.
And where is he now?
We saw the
Weirfell.
And after that, he did not continue with us.
No, he gave up his magic.
From one you'll notice as Revora grabs the edges of the table and it begins to crack a little bit, and the sound of the rushing water from the waterfalls beyond the balcony gets louder and more intense as mist begins to spray up much more intensely for just a moment, and as her like trembling eases, so does the water.
He means well. He was seeking information, I think, to help prevent the cataclysm that's coming.
In doing so, he gave rather a lot, I might say.
But we did learn of things that will help us defeat
the coven.
The coven, yes.
Amongst them was the blessing of sleeping winter. It seems. I dare say it was a bit of a riddle, but we are under the impression that this god of winter may in fact be instrumental in the vanquishing of the coven.
Well, Atagora is the incarnation of wildfire. Essentially, a new court was born when she came into this realm, the court of wildfire, but in the winter and sleep could snuff out her flame, so that is a possibility.
You said he's missing.
I haven't seen him since his watch over the solar gods ended.
How long?
Where was that?
4 months ago. And even now, and he like looks at his hands, he knows that his hand is like transparent at this point. It seems I'm running out of time.
Are you okay?
For just a moment, there appears to be like crow's feet along his eyes. This young man appearance is older for just a second.
Divine displacement. I dare say we're witnessing the demise of the celestial being. When one's portfolio is usurped, so it appears, so too is the attached divine entity's existence.
What does that mean? Does that mean that Atagora is siphoning his power? Something like that.
We're back. Sorry about that, everybody.
It was such a pertinent moment that the stream itself stopped to consider.
There are
That seems to happen a lot with us.
There are very few ways for a god to die. And it appears that I'm experiencing one of them.
Well, how do we counteract it? We have to destroy them.
I suspect that ship has sailed.
I mean, we still plan to do that anyway.
At this point in time, there's nothing that can be done to stop the coven. They have very specific weaknesses that requires a very specific time frame to do so.
Before the winter solstice, I imagine.
Bizdal, wherever he may be, has to awaken as his time approaches, wherever he is lying or hiding in order to conserve his power for the right time.
So we can't awaken him prematurely. Or we shouldn't, rather.
And while Atagora and her coven lay siege on the Summerlands, and they continue to gain ground against the High Lord of those lands, Miramon Radiant, Hollis will continue to fade. There is a chance that he will fade completely, and if his source of power is reclaimed, he will be reborn or resurrected. We don't know which exactly. We might end up with a new entity altogether.
As this is happening, Daon's looking, looking to his left at Hollis. There's a couple of golden tears streak down from his eyes down his cheeks. This is a total bummer.
I love how Dion's just a god and goddess fanboy. It's my favorite thing ever.
I say we can't have a world without summer.
It's my favorite season.
Right.
Can I offer a toast, dudes?
Oh, don't mind if I
Absolutely.
He'll stand up and he'll raise his Bahama Mama.
You're supposed to put bread in the wine first, huh?
Dan will grab whatever cup or whatever is there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
essentially
format.
whatever drink you guys desired in your goblet is what appeared to be there.
Oh.
You've already eaten the food and drink the drink at the Fae, so I mean at this point, who knows what happens when you get back. But it's like, to the radiant sun of Seonor and Alnor. And as he raises his glass, you all begin to drink, and you just hear the sound of glass falling and shattering on some sort of surface. And as you all look in the direction of where Hollis was, you just see a few golden sparks drifting up, almost like embers from a fire.
He's
Just like a god to die so dramatically.
At least he left his spark in the world.
Well,
Really making
condolences, lady.
It's not a joke. It's literal. I mean, condolences indeed. You know, there was a time I would have celebrated.
It's in the late evening, but suddenly the air feels slightly colder. There is breeze. The sky grows cloudy and it begins to rain. A bone-chilling rain. And none of it's falling on you because you're in a covered area. But this is the kind of rain that you get in the early spring or in the fall, where it just like kind of pierces your coat and makes you shiver. And as you all sit there, that's where we're gonna take our mid-session break.
Oh,
terrible day for rain.
So everybody, we're gonna take our mid-session break here with a few words from our sponsors before we go. First and foremost, you know that we have a lot of artwork here. A lot of this artwork was done by our very own Jeremiah. Some of the line art, all the line art, some of the coloring was done by Jeremiah. You can commission him by going to Discord. Some of the coloring was also done by an artist named Starving Artist. You can join our Discord and commission her as well. Both artists are fantastic. And Jeremiah, of course, is our in-house artist. Fantastic work from him. And Jeremiah, do you have some stuff you can tell us about Rogue Energy?
Rogue Energy is a wonderful energy drink company that not only serves energy drinks for us, but gives us hydration if you're not super into the caffeine thing. And they come in a wide variety of flavors like blue raspberry, rocket pop, sour candy, tiger's blood, which is really awesome if you haven't heard about it, blood orange, like Guy's holding up right there. And
just
you
that blood.
You can consume it in a variety of ways, that being through a powder that you can make your own energy drink with. They have cans if you're more of an on-the-go, don't have time for mixing stuff type of person. And pretty great. And you can get all of this for 10% off, code Prestige at checkout. And doing that also helps us bring you this stream. Yeah, and
on this Friday at midnight CST, they are releasing a limited edition flavor strawberry mango. So you know, get in on that, everybody.
That sounds really good.
Code Prestige at checkout for 10% off. Yeah. So thank you so much, Jeremiah. We will be back here after a little bit. See you all soon.
Go find us on YouTube.
Let's find us on YouTube and the podcast network as well. Bye. Did y'all plan that when I was AFK?
No, man, that's where it's synchronized.
We had a meeting on Sunday.
Anyway.
And welcome back, everyone. So, after seeing the fading of Hollis, the god of summer, you all are around this table, and Lady Swiftwater will look at you all and say, "You mentioned that you need to get to the underworld by path of the Elder Tree. Perhaps this is one thing I can assist you with. But even though the surrounding forest of the Elder Tree are in my lens, there's very few amount of control that I have in the area. You may stay here for the night. Refresh yourselves. I promise you this will be the last bit of luxury you have for a while if you are venturing between the lands in between.
It's deep.
We are
Okay.
sorry for your loss again. I don't know how dear you held him, but
And
Where
Astra,
should we sleep? Oh, yes.
I grant you 50 years of my own life.
That's excellent. Greatly needed. Mm-hmm.
It's very generous.
Bam.
Astra
Boom.
is, her wrinkles
20.
are gone. She's a lot more perky than she was.
she's still older.
Did you say she lost 70
Personality
or...
wise, guys, get your minds out the gutter.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, that's not what I was thinking.
Talking about
She's-
The fuck? Huh?
That's
If
still
anything,
creepy.
It's weird because you're the only one that said that. So
Hmm.
I'm gay.
Anyway.
no.
He's got you there.
Thank you for your
I'm 27? What? Hold on. We do
thank
some
you for your
math.
kindness and hospitality,
You're
Lady
20.
Wilma.
Oh.
Yeah, because you went from 17 to 70, and then she gave you 50.
Hold on, let me get my calculator.
Oh my god.
So you've only
What
actually
is,
gained
what
3
is
years.
70 minus 50?
20. But
Yeah.
if I was 17
It doesn't matter.
plus
So you gained
hold on,
3 years.
It wasn't plus 70,
wasn't plus
it was
53?
270.
plus 50. Oh lord.
Yes. She took away 53 years from you.
Okay. And then if we minus, okay. Okay, cool. So 20. I got you.
Sorry.
The math checks out, everyone.
Math
Confirmed.
is mathing.
Don't worry.
Astra
worry.
pulls out an
Can
abacus.
gods carry the wine? What's the
Were there any
derivative?
Yeah, well, I mean, our Evan lives worth more in exchange than her lives, so 50 years of her life could be more or less. So there's a 3.5 per year
I'm
exchange
going
rate.
to bed.
Okay,
Have a good
got
night,
it.
everyone.
What time of day is it? Is it evening yet?
It's raining.
It's evening.
Stop it. It's evening.
As,
And it is raining.
if we are adjourning to quarters, Phineas would just hold a desperate hand out and but stop everyone before they all go. Just a moment, if I may, companions, friends, could we perhaps just have a quick talk?
About what?
Group huddle.
Well, first of all, what in the hells are you doing?
Going
I
into
just
the
mean,
underworld?
what in the hells are you doing? What will you be doing once you visit the Hells? I've heard different answers so far to this question, and I think it's very important if I just clarify, for my sake and also for the sake of my child, that this is a group that understands what its purpose is, because having just witnessed your conversation with the Queen, I'm not entirely certain you have that figured out.
Casimir looks at him saying, sorry, saving Astra's people is our primary goal.
Yes.
Right, yes.
And the best way to do that is with the goddess of death, who offered her river of souls to my land, which would bless the waters, I suppose. You know,
If
with
only
her
you could
blessing.
reach her, that's my understanding.
Well,
where we
to
go.
the underworld we go.
Right. We have gained a few other goals along the way, but that has been our primary goal.
And will you pursue this goal to the exclusion of all other goals?
I will, but I do not expect anyone else to.
Goals don't need to be mutually exclusive. Going to the underworld has multiple Kydra seek something there as well.
Very well. All right. You each have perhaps your own purposes there, yes? And Astra, of course, you are saving your people. Kydra, you are, I presume, seeking more power from everything I've missed.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, and what else? What else? What are these competing objectives? This is the time to decide on these things, yes? Before the group meets competing objectives.
And as I down, you're just going with us because you're a good person. I
suppose I'm going to help. I mean, my main goal before all of this was getting home, and I kind of screwed that up.
Well, I think we might need to go back home one day.
Oh, within the next 6 months.
Indeed.
6 months. Oh dear.
Yeah, summer solstice, a winter solstice, the potentially last chance we have to stop all of this.
Right. No reason to cut it close either. The sooner we can accomplish our goals, the better.
Mm-hmm.
I see. You have been all very kind so far. You have asked very few questions of me, and I thank you for that. And for your company, I suspect I would not have made it very far on my own. However, just by being with you, it seems I have been saddled with the very same scrutiny with which you are currently encumbered. That is to say, whoever's watching you evidently is watching me. I will say straight up, yes.
We offered you an amulet, yes.
Yes, they're still watching you though, aren't they? You keep bumping into them.
They're guessing where we're going. I mean, it was fairly obvious. We sought the only safe haven. The Maestro himself seemed somewhat not unsurprised to find us, but he wasn't prepared.
I volunteer this, that above all, I'm looking for safety for now. For me and for my child. Where you go, evidently, is not terribly safe, but as it happens at the moment, safer than the alternative, which at present I think is wandering further on into all of this horse shit for the Feywild. It may... I suspect it will eat me alive if I stay here any longer. And so, with you, I trust I will find some escape back to our world. That is still your goal, or one of them, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have sought safe protection to ensure that we will hopefully come back out at around the same time that we left.
Fantastic.
So, for transparency, as you said, we attract great danger. Perhaps because we have spent time refining our skills and find ourselves in a position of opposition to this evil, I suppose, we have found ourselves with a responsibility, I guess, to try to counter it. We're not exactly, well, we're not exactly heroes. I don't think I could quite say that. But we're trying to stop some terrible people from doing things. They've already caused us great harm to some of our companions, and they've done terrible things to people in our own plane of existence and people here.
Entire nations.
Is that all of your goal? That is in fact the group's goal?
I think we have varying degrees of commitment to that, though we're all here.
It's hard to have goals outside of, you know, our own personal goals are meaningless if the Coven remix the world in their own image.
Right. I will say I have had many nights where I wondered why I didn't simply go off on my way to try to find my wife. I very likely would have made greater progress if I'd left long ago.
Or you could have been dead.
There's also that. And, as Casimir says, even if I did save my wife, if there's not a world to come back to, or if it's much changed.
Divine displacement of summer is very distressing, I would say. I dare say we would be returning to a very different world. And if this sort of thing continues, you're right. There would be very little world left to return to. So, necessity then. A survival instinct, that's what's driving this, is it? And of course, a helping of revenge. The sideways look to Astra.
And, as Casimir also pointed out, we can each help each other with our personal goals to greater effect than we could on our own. If there's anything that you seek, you know, by fairness, we could offer to help you.
Duly noted. Yes, it certainly seems that way. Well, I'm sure we'll off to a horrible start tomorrow morning, and we probably won't get much more of an opportunity to sleep. I will, of course, appreciate the rest, as will my son.
Your little nap wasn't quite enough.
I don't mean to be rude or anything to interject right now, but
Hey.
I gotta get back. I did my job getting you all the way here to Lady Swiftwater, and I wish you all the best of luck. You know, that's what I gotta do. I gotta get back to...
You need your tail.
Right.
You did wonderfully.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Exceptional.
Exceptional. What was your name again?
Wonkers.
Wonkers.
You can call me Wonkers.
Wonkers, if you don't mind staying here for just a moment, I would like to commend you for your bravery.
Is this a private thing? Should we leave?
So, like, where about, like, are we right now? Are we still in, like, that, like, big room? Like, with the table?
I would imagine we're headed kind of towards the private.
I will say
chambers.
that Ravora has left you to attend to other matters.
Okay.
But you guys can be in that room if you so choose.
Okay, cool.
I would like to make you an honorary knight for your bravery.
Really? That's
Do you need
so cool.
Do you need a sword to knight someone?
He's gonna pull out a scimitar from under his cloak.
How'd you get that?
I guess I hid it from everyone.
Yeah,
All right.
I can make a sword.
And Wonka's is gonna pull out a candy cane and just like start like sucking on the end of it until it gets like really sharp.
You'd be amazed how much this can pierce, you know, like those vital points. Go on, you know.
Nasmir, it's better than your Shadow Blade.
Wonkers, kneel to the best of your ability.
Wonkers will kneel.
And I will place the blade of the scimitar on either of his shoulders. Rise, Sir Wonkers.
The cotton candy knight. I like it.
You know, I think I knew a Wonkers once. That was his last name, though. His first name was William. He was a very kind man.
Alright, don't be retconning my story, man. That's really rude.
Yeah.
No, it was somebody else entirely.
No, it was actually Sir Charles, but that's okay.
Anyway, I'm gonna go.
Please return to the Queen of Candy with my deepest gratitude.
And Wonkers will walk to the nearest puddle and walk right into it.
Oh.
Instead of melting, Wonkers just goes and disappears.
Okay.
That's very
The
convenient.
rest of us are. It's just that gif of the raccoon just like trying to wash his candy.
I hate that video.
And for the rest of you, back to the topic of goals. I suppose you're wondering why I'm tagging along.
Yes. Though it wouldn't be the first person who's just
kind of stuck around for no reason, even though it goes against their goals publicly. Yes.
What are
That's
you
actually
here for?
very much in line with my own goals.
Oh.
I wish to drag the fallen star down where he belongs.
Excellent.
Even further down.
He doesn't deserve to shine as brightly as he is right now.
Agreed.
And
Well, what
through
does
you
dessert
all,
have to do with it?
Well, if he had some power station, he's used it very poorly.
through you all, I believe I am able to reach this goal. And it does align because, as you know, the Maestro, Aronaldeus, is the fallen star. If dragging him down means dragging the rest of the coven down, I'm all in.
Yeah. He's not even the worst of the coven from what we can gather.
Right. Though we do have the most personal beef. Him.
We have that in common.
Oh.
Personal beef. I met a dancer with that name once.
In any case,
Good night.
What a final parting thought. I think I shall have strange dreams tonight.
Where do we sleep?
They've offered us some rooms.
We have these rooms here. Don't
presumably,
Just pop.
I pop out of a nearby well.
Yeah, so you all have rooms. There are just doors that are made out of birch with this like bluish white stone, and all the rooms have like this open window that's overlooking the forest and the waterfalls depending on where you're located, and it all has like this silvery mist kind of low hanging throughout the forest. Beautiful. From actually being in the forest, it looks quite creepy, but from the outside looking in, it's very nice.
Astra will take the green scarf that she has offered to many persons in this land. She's gonna crawl under the bed and she will cuddle with the scarf. It's important to note that this scarf she made for Aspen, but she never got the chance to give it to him. So there's that. And she's gonna spend an hour or two just thinking really heavily on the memories of her grandmother and Aspen, and kind of just like begging them for help, begging them for some guidance.
So if any of you receive a magical item that requires attunement, this would be the time to do that. I believe the brooms of flying require attunement. I'm not sure on that.
Did they give us our gear back?
Actually,
You get
Did we get our gear back?
Yeah.
Yes, you all are getting your gear back.
By the way, as Casimir's given his stuff back, he's given it his obsidian sword pops into his hand.
If no one
What's in the
minds,
sheath?
may I share a room with someone?
Yeah, you can share a room with me.
All right.
The door to Phineas's room is just slightly ajar. Just from inside, you hear him just like speaking to the talking doll. "You're such a disappointment," and it just speaks back in the same voice. It's just gonna go on for the next hour.
Is there anything else that anybody would like to specify they're doing before we move on? Okay.
I don't think so.
So, you all eventually find your way drifting into a deep, peaceful sleep. Except Astra.
Uh-oh.
Of course.
Why
If
not?
she had slept on top of the bed instead of on
She is under the bed. That's her little thing. She
You
gotta feel
hear
protected.
your eyes are closed. You hear a voice. Astra! Were you dozing off in your lessons again, girl? Looking up, you see the form of your grandmother. You look at your hands, you're about the age of 11 or 12, much younger than you are currently. As I was saying, when the constellation of the Hunter is shining at its brightest, that often means that there is something coming soon that we must be on our guard for. You're staring off in the distance again. What is wrong with you, child?
I'm sorry, grandmother. I just have a lot on my mind. The hunter sign. Which star is the arrow?
She will pull out the carved stone chart and point out to the various constellation stars and the constellations in general, and begin to continue to lecture you. Maybe it's best that we continue the lesson for another day, since you're so distracted.
What else will we do?
A little smile will appear on her face, and she'll just sit down and cross her legs in front of you and put her hands out for you to grab them.
Of which I will do, obviously. Love my grandma.
Talk to me. What is on your mind?
I don't know how to do it by myself. I'm surrounded by peers. I'm surrounded by those who support me, but I feel very alone. I feel very isolated.
You're never alone. She'll take your hand and she'll push it into the earth. Close your eyes. Do you feel that? The heartbeat of life. Every tree, every plant, animal, everyone around you in a perfectly harmonious cycle. Balance, life, death, light, dark, fire, water. You're never alone.
I see it. I understand.
And your abilities will come in due time.
Just don't have the time to wait.
I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, dear.
That's good.
Now, let's go have some of the maple treats that your mother was making. I'm sure we could sneak some.
Definitely. She never pays attention.
Now she stands up, she'll reach her hand out to help you up as well. And as you get pulled up, you look into the sunlight and your vision goes bright. And you open your eyes to the bright sun outside your room and the court of mists as morning has come.
I'm gonna need to take an hour or two for that one. Ooh. Ooh.
When Dayon wakes up, Quasar is just standing at next to his bed.
Oh!
Good morning.
You standing in your sleep?
No, I've been awake for quite some time now.
And you just stand at the edge of people's beds?
It brings me comfort to be able to see someone. So, my bed was a little too far away.
Okay. Oh, that's all right, I suppose, if it brings you comfort. He stands up, kind of like, you know, doing his morning things, and he kind of is giving you a side eye, but you can't tell.
I mean, how close are you?
Yeah, and it's
well.
Oh yeah, I slept plenty well. Yeah, slept like I usually do.
I've never seen you sleep. That means nothing to me.
Well.
Everyone ready? Do we need any further preparation this morning?
I mean,
Nazmir, just shush. I'm trying to listen in. I think they're seducing each other in there.
I mean,
Well, I think I hear Nazmir outside. I think it's time for us to regroup.
Yes.
I mean, hopefully they can regroup for breakfast. I'm still a little woozy.
Dan opens the door. It's like, hello, everybody.
Oh, yes. Well, just as I was saying, we were heading for breakfast down this way.
You're a morning person, aren't you, Dion?
Oh, I'm an everything person.
He does lots of push-ups, lots of pull-ups, and drinks lots of juice.
I can be a morning person. I could be a night person. I could be a midday person.
You have kind of an air of roguish energy about you.
Yes.
Really, I've never gotten that before.
I've always felt Cormac had more of a rogue energy.
Yeah, people sometimes like to call me barbaric, but I don't see it.
Fucking hate you guys.
Casimir's wearing the new studded leather armor instead of his plate.
Quasar is wearing starry armor.
I like this kind of greenish hue on mine. It's good color. I always enjoyed earthy tones.
Green doesn't match the shape of your eyes.
Well, no.
The shade of green reminds me of the oxidization of copper.
True.
I'm joking. I can't see the color.
I mean, you're aware of the concept of green, though, right?
Yes,
I mean, you had vision before, so
yes.
You can probably still cover your hand. You can still picture the color, right?
So yes, but I don't know exactly which green it is because I cannot tell.
So breakfast is breakfast the thing?
I believe it's through here. Can you smell that?
Yeah, actually. What?
What?
Why is it? Okay.
So yeah, you guys smell an assortment
what
of
is that?
foods being made. The one features kind of like a berry breakfast tart. As like the main thing here, with the number of there's bacon and sausage. There are hotcakes with maple syrup, frittatas and eggs.
You know, going into the land of the dead, might as well enjoy some food, huh?
It's hard to imagine. Yeah,
I'm
it's hard
grabbing
to
one of those
imagine.
tarts. Yeah.
It's hard to imagine they'll have anything quite as good as this.
Yeah, Casimir's gonna do the buffet thing and take like everything, a little
bit of everything.
Yeah. So the breakfast is kind of a self-serve kind of situation. There's like a table that has all the food on it that you can then bring the plate over to where everybody else is sitting.
Yeah,
okay,
it's a
everyone, this is
continental
what's called a
breakfast.
buffet.
Where's the smoked salmon?
What were you saying, Hoyser?
Does there happen to be toasted bread?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm gonna grab some of that. Grab some eggs. Everyone, I'd like to make a toast, and he's gonna hold up the toast. There's no, I didn't get a drink, but this is the best I've got.
You'll fit right in with humor. That's wonderful.
I think I get it. It's because you held up a piece of toast.
I'll toast to that. Raises a piece of toast.
Good.
All right, everyone, touch toast.
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 Toast is to us, the seekers.
The seekers of toast.
And to life.
Well, I guess our mission is done then.
Seeking life sounds good too.
You are all very odd.
Yes, they are, aren't they?
Phineas is a wet blanket right now. He didn't do the toast.
Yeah, I'm just sort of
When-
eating my toast. Got a bit of jam spread over it. Just
When we're constantly facing danger, I find a little bit of humor helps.
At the table sitting to the left and right of Lady Swiftwater there's an otter, and there is also a fox. Just at the table
We're
drinking
odd.
some tea.
I think we're odd. He's odder.
So the question is for you, Michael. What does the fox say?
Well, he has a monocle, so he's very sophisticated.
Oh, that's good. So he says, what?
Sorry, I said he. It's actually a she.
The fox is not the otter thing at the table.
Indeed.
Mr. Gooseberry was unable to join us this morning, unfortunately. But these are other acquaintances of the court. Lady Foxy Cleopatra. And
I love
Foxy Lady.
I love it.
Over here we have Otterly Barnsworth. Or Ollie for short.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure's all mine, I must say. The fox won't say anything. Just sit there quietly sipping their tea.
We just mummers ring ding ding ding. No.
Stop.
I believe we have some things to discuss before you set out for your day.
Okay.
So if you're done filling your plates, you may. Please have a seat.
Of course, morning briefing.
Foxy Cleopatra will stand up. Don't mind if I do, and just pick up the seat and walk out of the room.
Also, do you have like a cushion or a booster, so I can see better?
And you just sit on your flying rocking horse and just fly by the table.
It doesn't seem appropriate for a dinner table.
I mean, it's a rocking horse. It's
I
never
have
appropriate.
an
But
old book you can sit on.
Excellent. Thank you.
I see this book.
I imagine today we are in for quite a journey, my lady. What might we expect?
Well, I'm sure you're all tired of walking as it is. So I am able, you'll be happy to know that I'm able to teleport you almost directly to the tree itself.
It was delightful. I was afraid you were going to talk about horses. Our track record is not good with horses.
We left the last ones in
Both.
care of someone, right?
We've left all of them in care of someone.
The area surrounding a tree of loss is in perpetual twilight. And
what does that mean?
It means it is twilight forever. In perpetuity. If you would read the dictionary that your friend is sitting on, you might learn a thing or two.
Oh, it's a dictionary? No, I'm not interested in
That's why it's so big.
Anyway. And there are creatures from the underworld who roam and guard that entrance. While the underworld is the realm of Yelna and Grove Treya, there are still things that slip past.
Would these lords of the realm object if we were to deal with this pest problem on our way through? Or
perhaps, they're not on their side.
Ah, I see.
They're on this side.
Very convenient. I'm sure they will not prove too much of a challenge.
So do they protect borders on both sides, or do they allow things to enter but not leave?
Depends on the creature you come across. Some are meant to prevent living from entering the underworld. Some are hoping for lost souls to try to venture out or in. Not all souls follow the torch of Grove Treya. Many come lost on the way.
Do we need to protect our souls in some manner?
There are some things that you need to be aware of. Being in the underworld will be detrimental to your vitality. You might find your life essence strained, unable to recover. Sometimes sleep does not refresh you.
What?
Under no circumstance, while some food might not be able to sate your hunger or quench your thirst after eating the food here in the Feywilds, under no condition can you eat the food of the dead unless you decide to stay there forever.
Oh, okay, but back up a little bit about the food here. So the food in the Feywild does what to us again?
Many mortals who find their way into the Feywild, whether on purpose or by accident in the past, have consumed our food to find it to be so delicious that the food that they're able to make in their own world never is quite as satisfying, not close. While they can eat it to nurture their bodies, it slowly drives them mad that it tastes like emptiness.
That's good information to know.
Yes, it's true. Why, one would have to have the ability to change the flavor of food in order to survive such a trap.
If only.
Maybe we can make this soup cauldron.
Yeah.
Fey food.
Yeah. Question. You talk about the living potentially being prevented. What about those who aren't?
It's best that you go under the radar. to the wardens of that realm.
They might not want you to leave again. They might think you belong there.
Well,
She seems to know exactly what he means by that, obviously. No insight check required.
and so, we do not tarry. That is the gist, of course. How might we return to our home from there? Is there an escape that we should know about?
You might be able to find a doorway. But it's my understanding that you're not leaving the underworld to go back to the prime material.
Oh, well,
You're hoping to find your way into the
Needs
wildlands.
must. Yes, needs must, of course. You never know if such a thing may be necessary.
What if you manage to find your way to the palace of Elena and Grave Freya? Perhaps they will have an answer for you. They are goddesses after all.
Lord hope.
I am
Well,
not just going to sit here and leave you with nothing, as the fate of my court, for lack of better words, rests on your shoulders, as I am trusting you with this task many others have before. She'll produce a piece of paper. I'm sad to report that the Lord of Summer, Miramon Radiant, died in battle last night. And in such, the Summer Court has fallen.
One less ally.
So, with Iridia Fellow imprisoned, the spring and autumn courts have been subjugated. All that's left are the stone, mist, and astral courts. And 6 months before the winter solstice. And we are running out of time.
Indeed.
I must make sure that I keep my realm as safe as possible. So I'm unable to pursue this task.
Of course.
There's a Shrine of Destiny on all of you. You might not be able to see it, but I can.
Oh dear. You said what that tingling feeling is. I'm just muttering that under my breath.
So, she'll pull out a satchel. Here are some potions that are capable of healing you. There are 10 greater potions of healing in the satchel.
So would these still work if we find ourselves affected by the undead?
If your vitality is drained, they will heal you as much as they can.
I see.
And you will not find a way to cure that ailment until after you leave. So, I have also produced these. And she will bring out these 3 potions with this, it's almost like a mercury colored liquid. It kind of like shakes around in the vial. I have here 3 potions of greater restoration. They will be able to remove any disease, curse, petrification, etc. that is put on you.
I have a question. If I were to have made a deal, completely hypothetical, and the price of said deal was to take my own vitality as my part of the bargain, would the greater restoration potion then revitalize me?
That would not.
Ah.
So don't go making any such deals.
Promise you regret, did you? Buyer's remorse? Rookie mistake.
But you only get 3. And there are 8 of you. Use these wisely.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, there's 9 of us. Yes, with the young child.
Well, I say 10 if you count the mushroom person.
It's 11 if you count my bird.
And then Nazmir's sword.
You just hear the
It's like
hear the doll pipe up. Just the doll's just saying, "You're such a disappointment."
I assume it's 121 if you count all the fleas growing in Cormac's beard.
Hey.
Each of those has a name.
And they all have families, thank you.
Cormac
okay.
Jr., Crush, Donatello. Kaiser Jr.
Cormac Jr.
Well.
Anyway.
Are we all sufficiently prepared?
No, but
and since you have that
good enough.
cauldron that's capable of producing stew,
Right.
I assume that you do not need food. What about water?
We have water.
We also can produce water.
In ready supply, it seems.
Light sources?
I can handle light sources.
I mean, Dion.
Dion puts his hand to his axe and it just starts glowing. Look, it lights up stuff now.
Quasar cast dancing lights.
Is there maybe a specific thing you would suggest? A torch that might be a little more inconspicuous?
There's not. Just keep in mind that some creatures of the night would be attracted to the light like moth to a flame. Be careful. And whenever you're ready and you've made your preparations, let me know.
If you all don't mind, I would like a few words with Lady Revora.
By all means. We'll just crack my knuckles, start to do some stretches.
You want us to finish our breakfast over there?
Whatever you want to do, I just
Okay.
like to remain uninterrupted for a moment.
Rolling up my sleeves.
I would like to thank you greatly for this immaculate show of kindness and hospitality. And I would also like to assure you that I will try my very best to sway the Astral Court, to sway Lady Solaria, to assist in everything that needs to be assisted with.
You are appreciated.
And he'll just bow. So, what preparations need to be made? Are we good?
We're currently dividing up the potions of greater healing in the background. I think we should do. I think one each. I think that's only fair. So one for me, one for Julian.
I think generally we keep them with the people who have the means to protect them.
Yes, of course. Yes. I have just such a means.
So, as a junior seeker, you haven't earned potion privileges yet?
I beg your pardon.
Yes.
I happen to be an affiliate.
Well, no, say technically as, the two newest seekers are junior seekers. And you have to go through the initiation process, which is one of you has to die.
Oh, give me a fucking potion already.
I
died.
see. You're only part of
died already.
the initiate You're only part of the affiliate program. You're not quite a partner yet, so.
Yeah.
Well, we all do have a bit more armor than he does. I think it would be okay
Yeah,
to
no,
allow him a potion.
No, you already see
Some of
one
us
of the
got more
potions
armor
of
than
healing
others.
just sort of
Yeah.
levitate invisibly, just being guided telekinetically, and no motion, no hand gestures, nothing.
Yeah.
Just
So
floats over.
I'm thinking of here, Dion. You are a very impressive man, and you can take a lot of damage. So 2 potions, just in case you're the only one who's standing and you need to bring back Astra.
In that case, I could bring back 3 people because 2 potions, and then he rubs his hands together, they glow for a second, and I could heal people with my hands.
Did you
Just a little
use,
bit.
Did you just use some of your magic just to show off?
No, I have to actually touch somebody.
Okay.
Clear.
That's okay. Let's say so.
Shame. I absolutely use my magic to show off.
I'm also capable of healing others.
Mm-hmm. Astra. Good.
You make my hands glow.
I can make fire.
Don't forget that Astra also has the healer staff.
Yeah. Okay, so we're good for heals. I guess.
I think we should.
Let's
go.
Ready, friends? I'll just strapping the baby to my chest. Leather baby Bjorn's ready. Hands are free.
Who's gonna hold the greater restoration potions?
Probably good to maybe keep those in the bag with the bag of holding monster.
Oh, I mean, it's vanquished, isn't it?
On again.
You'll get that reference. And it's back.
We're good. I don't know what's going on with the connection.
Hmm. Yeah, so we're ready to go despite technical difficulties.
Okay.
Yep. We present ourselves accordingly.
Very well. Everybody close your eyes for a moment.
Casimir covers Quasar's face.
He can still move his eyelids.
There's like a lurching feeling in all of your stomachs, as if you're being lifted up at a very fast pace. And then it settles. And you find yourself in this twilight covered forest. Ancient and deep roots go in and out of the ground. Roots that are several tens of feet in diameter. It is quiet. There's kind of this reddish purple coloration kind of cloaking everything, obscuring the color. And nothing but the rain coming down fills your ears. Are you all ready to move forward?
Let's proceed carefully. We don't want to be found by whatever.
So, as you all begin to move forward, what happens next is a story for another time. And that is where we're actually going to be ending our session for the evening due to a mixture of technical difficulties and other things. So we'll see you all next week at 8 p.m. Next week, 2 weeks from now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/prestigegc for session 42 of our story as we continue on. I'm going to go ahead and pass it on over to Jeremiah, who is Dion, our ASMR barbarian.
Yeah, great session, you all. I didn't expect to see a god die right next to me. It was a very touching moment for Dion. He cried some tears, you know. But yeah, it was been a great session. Everybody got decked out in some cool armor, or everybody that was able to fast enough. And I can't wait to put that armor to use whenever our next combat might be. Yeah. So with that, I will pass it off to Noah, aka Phineas Rex, our human warlock.
Master of the Arcane, thank you. Just a father, just trying to look out for himself. And I happen to be able to blast things in an eldritch manner. As always, fun stuff. Yes, too bad we gotta end early, but you know how it is, great to be back. I've been on the road for a bit. It's nice to be back in my chair. Nothing much else to add, except I'm very intrigued to see where else this is going. With that, I'd like to pass it on to Mr. Gunslinger over there, Cormac. I mean,
All right, thank you, Noah. Yeah, it was a great session. For most of us, but we'll let bygones be bygones. It's fine. Anyway, yeah, had some fun this session. Can't wait to see where 2 weeks from now will take us, but I guess we'll just have to wait and find out, as well as everyone else. So, thank you.
I want you to have magic bullets, but the catch is that they're all sentient.
It's like the bullets in the
And
gun
they
and Who
speak to
Framed
you.
Roger Rabbit.
Yes, I was just thinking that.
You gotta leave them there, and they call for you. You're like, wait.
I was thinking more like the bullets from the Bane from Borderlands, if anyone knows what that is. The gun screams every time you shoot it.
All right. But thank you, as always, to our wonderful role players. Thank you to everybody who was in chat, chatting it up today. And, of course, thank you to our wonderful DM, Michael, for bringing us together each week with this wonderful story he has written for us. And with that, I will pass it over to Nazmir, who is played by Nate. You are muted.
Yes. Thanks everybody for joining us. Fun session. Yeah, I'm also excited that we got a couple of upgrades, but that means that we'll probably encounter some tougher stuff too, so I'll see how that goes. But I am excited to be able to fly and not just have to try to move around on my stubby little legs. So that'll be good. Thanks for joining us. I said that already. And I will pass it over and thank our monk, Kydro, aka Jaden.
Hydro. It was a good one, guys. It was a nice RP session. We got to experience God Death, and then promptly we received the end of the session jump scare. Which, I don't think I wasn't expecting that. That caught me off guard. Pretty good session. I'm especially excited for this Underworld arc. That's going to be really cool. I'm also really interested in this tree quest line we're on right now. I want to see where this goes. So I'm very excited for the next session, which we're not having next week now, right? Skipping a week. 2. God damn. I'll see you guys in a month. No, not actually, but I'll see you when I see you. I'm pass over to Casper.
Excellent. I'd say it was a fun session. It's always interesting to see a little bit more of the Fae. Kind of figuring out where everyone fits in this, and Phineas finally asking the "Why am I here?" and "What are you doing?" which is a great question that it's like the pushing role-playing moment. Why is my character here? What is he?
Exactly how you're doing.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you trying to accomplish? And let's say it was it was delightful. And to say it is a shame that we won't see you guys next week, but we're gonna come back for some crazy potential underworld experiences and wild combat where Kydra is going to hit things hard, but more than likely we'll see a little bit of divine smiting from our next player, Dakota.
Yeah, amazing session.
very fun to be part of my first shopping session.
Oh yeah.
Many more to come.
I got a nice bump in AC from that, so that was nice. And I got to use my my status as a member of the Astral Court, which is always great. Very amazing session. Thank you to everyone that was here for it. Thank you to all the role players, and thank you to our wonderful DM Michael, who I will now pass it on to.
Thank you so much, Dakota, and thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. I have not much else to say or any closing remarks, but we'll see you in 2 weeks here at twitch.tv/PrestigeGC at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And bye.
Bye.
We're gonna synchronize that. You know.